The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting night here with 3Dub Wrestling in the jam-packed Madison Square Garden, the mecca of professional wrestling right here in New York City. Man, what a night we have planned for you guys here tonight at New Year Bash, and I am ready to go, guys. I am Dewey Danielson, calling all the action here for you tonight, and we have 4 massive championship title matches here tonight, and the famous 30-man Stampede Rumble. And one of those title matches we will see here tonight, the final opportunity for Curt Brooks for the International Championship against Dylan Mason. And we see Nightshade leave with both championships on Blackout, but tonight a new unified title will be announced for Dani Moire and Cruella. And then we've got this much anticipated matchup, Josh Armstrong and Will King for the Extreme Television Championship. And of course, the main event tonight, the rematch. Will Chris Connolly be able to be the first man to put down Hexen officially for the 3Dub World title? And guys, don't forget the 30-man Stampede Rumble with the new stipulation this season. The winner will enter the Elimination Chamber in the main event of TBX. And some important information tonight regarding Russell franchise and the hit-and-run investigation on James Black. Guys, a lot to unfold here tonight. Be sure to hit that like button on this video and subscribe to 3Dub Wrestling for all of your premier E-Fed entertainment. And here we go, James Black in the building, guys, right here in MSG.
James, before tonight gets any further, I want to be clear about something. I don't want the investigation creating any issues tonight. No scenes, no confrontations, no loose ends spilling into the bash.
All right, man. Understood.
If Russ has a name, if he thinks he's figured this out, he brings it to me after the show.
That was always the plan. I'll talk with Russ and see what he's got.
Good. Tonight is about bash. Whoever hit me doesn't deserve the attention tonight. But listen, where's Matt? I need to discuss something with him.
He's not here tonight.
Not here? This is one of the biggest nights of the season. Why is he not here?
Scheduling stuff, travel issues, something about these dumb beep, 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 beep. At the rental place, beep, 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 you know, that kind of stuff. Nothing major. And honestly, with you already handling these kind of things again, I don't really see him needing to be involved anymore.
Stop that. This doesn't change because I'm back. He didn't step away from this place, and he's not being phased out. Matt 8th Star is 3Dub.
I wasn't trying to push him out.
I know. But I'm telling you how it sounded. Matt stays on as special advisor, and that's not up for discussion.
Understood.
Tonight stays clean. Tomorrow, if Russ has something real, we deal with it properly. But don't confuse things being quiet with things being settled.
Did you hear that, guys? I guess Russell has a...
Busy night, Mr. GM.
Russell has a name, and now here's CFT.
Just soaking it in. Big night, big stakes. That was always inevitable for Townsend Enterprises. You do know that, right?
No, I don't. Hence why I'm going to make something clear to you. If you or anyone associated with Townsend Enterprises causes chaos in the Stampede match, every member of Townsend Enterprises in that match is disqualified. No exceptions. Listen, no
We don't need
exceptions.
chaos. All we need is time. And there'll be plenty of that in the Stampede match tonight.
Oh man, did you hear that stipulation put down by Hunter Deal?
Contest is a no disqualifications match.
Here we go.
For the International Championship.
Oh yeah, here we go, guys.
Introducing first, the challenger from Dallas, Texas, 228 pounds, the arrival, Curt.
All right, guys, here we go. It is time to get the night kicked off properly, and we are going to do that with the first of our 4 championship matches here tonight. And this is a big one to start the night off with. And Curt Brooks has had 2 opportunities prior to this matchup for the International Championship, and seemingly all he wants to do is beat Dylan Mason, something that has avoided him for all of his career, not just here in 3-Dub, but he has had problems with Dylan Mason, either with or against the megastar over the years, over several different places in the world. And tonight, we have landed here in New York City, Madison Square Garden. No holds barred. This time, can Curt Brooks get the job done over this man?
From the Netherlands, weighing 230 pounds, he is the International Champion, Dylan Mason.
That is right, guys. 276 days as the International Champion after winning it from Hollywood Watkins way back at TB9 in Toronto. And that would place him number 2 currently behind Hollywood Watkins for the longest reigning international title run. Of course, falling in 3rd place is John Awesome with 251 days. Almost a month longer, Dylan Mason has held the title, and he looks to carry it even longer after tonight, and he only needs 5 more days to beat Hollywood Watkins' reign at 280 days. And you can see the ribs taped up. That is because of the brutal attack from Curt Brooks on Blackout a couple of weeks ago, slamming Dylan Mason on the steel steps, on the side of the steel steps. You can see the bruising. Will that have an effect here tonight for the champion, Dylan Mason? And a nice takedown there for Curt Brooks. And man, we want to talk about Curt Brooks here, because this man, whether you like it or not, whether you want to admit it or not, Curt Brooks has been screwed twice out of winning that championship, if you ask me. And well, Dylan Mason can say whatever he wants. And a bridging suplex right on those exposed ribs and only a 1 count. Well, Dylan can say whatever he wants about how I feel about it, but I think there would be plenty of people that feel the same way after seeing what happened to Curt Brooks in the last 2 matchups, where he faced Dylan Mason, where he had opportunities twice, guys, to beat Dylan Mason via pinfall. Can that happen here tonight when there are no rules and no regulations in this matchup? Dylan Mason, one of the most fierce competitors, one of the best opponents for anyone to step in the 3-dub ring as these two unload a flurry of blows. And this crowd, man, insane here tonight as Dylan Mason in the corner, a big right hand, a knife edge chop and a return right from Mason. Down goes Mason, and now Curt Brooks to the outside with the sledgehammer. And what is that gonna do here? Oh man, driving it down into the ribs. That has got to be brutal for Dylan Mason, because you can see, look at that, you can see the bruising. And now reversed around, and oh man, a reverse DDT. Whether he caught the metal part of that sledgehammer, I'm not sure. Hell, even that handle, that wooden handle would be hard enough. Now here we are with Mason in the corner. Mace, look out! Front flip DDT. And will that be enough to retain the title? And it is not. In the corner once again for Mason. And look out, psychoetic knee. Right in the mouth. And is that going to be enough? Mason now another kick out from Brooks. Staying alive in this matchup is Curt Brooks. As Mason now under the rings, getting a ladder. Of course, not a ladder match, but anything goes. It is legal as anything else, as a right punch. And now another cradle. No! Over a small package. And Mason, 2 count. Oh, flipped over by Brooks. 1, 2 count. Flipped over again by Mason. Back by Brooks. And the count. And a breakout. Man. Both of these superstars digging as deep as they can. And a DDT this time. Square on that ivory handle. And oh man. Oh, what was that? What the hell was that? Some sort of powder. In the eyes of Mason. And a DDT. 1, 2. Mason kicks out. My goodness. What the hell was that? And what is this? John Awesome talking with James Black backstage. Not sure what that's all about. But oh man. Drop kick from the top, missed, or blocked, I should say, by Dylan Mason. Luckily, he has his vision. That there's something getting thrown in the eyes of Mason, and he is lucky that that wasn't the end right there. Oh man! Referee Jim Kelly. Nothing he can do in this matchup, guys. Mason is, man, he just took a hard shot from that sledgehammer. And now it's a pinfall again. 2 count. 3 count. Oh my God. What? Curt Brooks. What in the, from out of nowhere? The pinfall. Oh man. What a shocking win here for Curt Brooks. The new international champion finally overcoming the odds, and you gotta wonder, whatever he threw, that powder, in the eyes of Dylan Mason, if that was the final straw for Mason.
When you're built different, you wear Maulers. Power, style, fearless energy. Maulers. Unleash the animal.
Man, my hair tapped out before I did.
Bro, you need to get with Hagen's hair cream. It saved my flow to bring yours back too.
Hagen's hair cream, made to work for every texture, every brother, every strand. Hagen's hair cream, real results, real roots.
Some people solve crimes with evidence. We use vibes.
And snacks.
Balance the mind.
And the file folders.
When in doubt, and you can't figure it out, call the ASIU.
Well. What a shocking win we just had right there for Curt Brooks, the new international champion. Guys, we were told earlier, we witnessed, we seen, we heard. Russell franchise has a name in the investigation. We're going to find that out later tonight. But right now, it is time for the title unification match between Dani Moire and the Mistress of Darkness. There can only be one champion after tonight.
Contest
Who will it be?
for one fall and is a title unification match. Introducing first,
Oh boy.
from Los Angeles, California, representing Townsend Enterprises, she is the women's television champion, Dani Moire.
Well, you want to talk about heat? It is molten lava in the building right now. Although it does sound like there are some, and by some I mean very few, of these 3-Dub fans that are maybe turning to Dani Moire here. You can hear it, you can hear the rumble, you can feel that. The boos raining down on Townsend Enterprises' Dani Moire, the women's television champion. Big task here tonight.
and her opponent from the Netherlands. She is the undisputed women's champion, the Mistress of Darkness, Cruella.
Long-time veteran, one of the best to ever do it, gracing the 3-Dub ring. Two-time women's champion. She has been carrying this title for 76 days. But she does not have the championship, as does not Dani with the women's TV title. And we've seen it on Blackout during that big 6-man tag match between Tap Out and Townsend Enterprises. Of course, Nightshade and Dani Moire both involved in that matchup, and Cruella would come down with her title, and amongst chaos, Nightshade would walk out with both the women's title and the TV title. But we are here tonight for a new Undisputed Unified Championship here in 3-Dub. Oh, wait a second! Here we go! Here comes the president! Guys, what is this all about? This is not written down on my call sheet here tonight.
There's been a change made to this match. You see, unfortunately, that championship that Steve Zeebs was just holding is a replica. We know that a couple of weeks ago, Nightshade disappeared with both the Women's Television Championship and the Undisputed Women's Championship.
As I mentioned, yep.
But I've managed to pull some strings and get both of those championships back here tonight.
All right, here we go.
Now, I don't think you ladies are going to like this, but I do think it's best for business. This match will now become a triple threat elimination style match.
Oh, wait a minute.
And your opponent is none other than Nightshade.
Oh, wait a minute.
And their opponents from Salem, Massachusetts, representing Team Tap Out, Nightshade.
Nightshade is back, and she has both titles and has been introduced into this matchup. And guys, now we have a triple threat for the Unified Women's Championship. This is massive right now. Oh man! Nightshade, a former women's television champion. In fact, she was the inaugural champion and carried it for 122 days before losing it to Giant Armstrong. Dani Moire has officially passed that mark as 157 days, the longest women's television champion in 3-Dub history. But Dani has never touched the women's undisputed title like Nightshade has twice, like Cruella has twice. And now tonight, Nightshade going for her third. Cruella looking to retain. And Dani looking to get the top prize. What do we got here now, guys? Who do you think is walking out the unified, undisputed women's champion? Here we go. Nightshade, headbutt to Cruella, and Dani quickly with a suplex, and this is going to be some action right here, guys, because all three of these superstars have been at each other's throats over the past couple of months in chasing both of these championships, really ever since Nightshade returned at the Gold Rush Premium Live event. If you've got your money on somebody specific, do you think Townsend Enterprises is walking out with that much more gold? Gotta remember, Dani Moire is the women's TV champion currently. And now a pinfall from Nightshade is Dani with a light tube. Man, oh man. Now into another pinfall on Cruella and a 2-count kick. 1 count, only 1. Nightshade tries to introduce her own light tube and broken over her own gut. Man, getting chaotic right away here. Right away. Now look at this big maneuver in the corner, and it has been, oh well, up until right until this moment, it was Dani Moire for the majority of that startup. And now it's Cruella and Shade on the inside. Cruella, oh look out, missing a double knee in the turnbuckle, and now it's Nightshade here. Off the rope, into Dani Moire, who just re-entered, and a knee in the side of the head, and a headbutt takes down Dani. And look at that. Dani Moire just so good at being alert and aware. Quick kick out again by Nightshade. Speaking of alert and aware, and look at that. Look at that disrespect, and even Cruella had something to say about it. Oh no! Look out! Face plant! Maybe even onto some shards of glass there. Oh! Big kick by Nightshade, quickly into a pinfall. 1 count, 2 count, and a kick out. Remember, this is an elimination style matchup. The champions really have nothing to lose here if they're not getting pinned. That also takes away the champion's advantage somewhat. Oh, man. And, of course, no disqualification, as we seen earlier with the light tubes, and now Nightshade with a steel chair. Can't forget about what Chris Harris did to Nightshade a couple episodes ago of Blackout ago, hitting her with that steel chair, as I think Dani came down with her head on top of that. What a dirtbag move by Chris Harris that was. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Moment of the night, although I'm not sure how that got voted. Moment of the night. Slam down, inches away from that chair. Nightshade looking to get eliminated, not gonna. I said earlier in this matchup when Dani was entering that some of the fans might be turning to Dani Moire. I'm seeing some Townsend Enterprises signs out in the crowd. Maybe some of these fans are, I don't know, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say it. Here's Dani, though. Quickly down, and now look at this, a Rings of Saturn submission hold. Not going to be held on long enough, though. Let's see the energy it took for Dani Moire to kick out, and a kendo stick, launch stick, Cruella. And oh man. Big knee to Cruella as Dani once again under the ring. Once again, steel chair. Once again, not used. Face plant. My goodness. Right on that steel chair. Unforgiving. And now not moving is Dani Moire. Damn son. Forget the thin matted concrete. Right back up though, and a big knee lariat. That's what I'm going to call it. The action continues on the outside here. We're going to see plenty of this here tonight. Oh, man. Let's get a hardcore match coming up tonight for the Extreme Television Championship. And I think these ladies might use all the weapons that might be stashed underneath the ring. Oh, man. Dani missing barely with that steel chair hitting the ring post. Now Dani driven down is Nightshade. Oh, and you can see the toll taken out of her on that one. Yeah, Dani thinks she's got it all figured out, doesn't she? Look out! Nicely done suplex on the thin matted concrete. And now it's Nightshade trying to get Cruella back in the ring here. That's not where they want to be. Eliminations must occur in the ring. And there goes Dani. Face first into the barricade again. Another massive blow to the head for Dani Moire. Man, oh man. Nightshade is on fire here. Uh-oh, now the double team, look out. Leg sweep takedown on the outside, but don't misconstrue that tag team maneuver with a partnership. You know Dani Moire and Cruella want nothing to do with one another. Here we go now. Dani on the shards of glass, and now back into that Rings of Saturn style submission, and another quick kick out for Dani. But Nightshade quickly on it. Back to Cruella. Using that adrenaline the best she can here. Oh, driven down. Nightshade could be done here. 2 count. 1 count. Almost got 2. I could have swore that was 2. But a big kick from Cruella, looking to put away the women's TV champ. A 2 count now. No. Kick out from Dani. Springboard coffin. Springboard coffin drop. Dani now in trouble. 2 count. Kick out just barely for Dani. My goodness. Uh-oh, here we go. Steel steps introduced. Oh, I thought Dani was going to reverse that. But no. And now Cruella's in trouble. Boom! Spike pile driver. Could that be enough for the mistress? 2 count. Man, the undisputed champion barely hanging on. Big knee from Nightshade in the ring, and now these steel steps, perfectly legal, perfectly executed. And now Cruella coming in to pick up the pieces of Dani. But no, picked up is Cruella. And right down into the submission again. Is she gonna stay? No. Man, Nightshade unable to cinch in that submission hold fully on either Cruella or Dani. And now Cruella's pinned. The women's undisputed champ is gone. And it is down now to Nightshade and Dani Moire. All of the gold on the line right now. High stakes situation. Can Dani pull it off? She has never been the top women's champion in 3-dom. Oh, look at this. Not good with the steel steps right there. Oh. In the corner. She's got her. Oh, man. From the mid-rail. What a massive maneuver. Showing off some strength from Dani Moire. And that is not natural of her. She is not a strength kind of competitor, but what a good showing there. And now quickly turn around here with this Singapore cane. Broken over the knees. These two been waiting for this exchange for many, many weeks. And now is Dani looking for another big maneuver here. This time showing off the finesse. With a mid-rail cutter from Dani and a hook of the leg. 1, 2, 3 count. Dani Moire is your new undisputed, unified women's champion. Say what you want, say what you will, but Dani Moire has quickly become one of the best in the business to do it right now, and just prove that here tonight against two longtime veterans, top talent in the women's division, future Hall of Famers, and Dani Moire just beat them both. It is official, ladies and gentlemen. The baddie era has begun.
Here is your winner and new unified women's champion, Dani Moire.
What a big win for this young talent. And here we go.
Crowd's hot tonight. That's usually when things get a little complicated.
That's one word for it. Listen, James doesn't want anything until after the show. So if you're here with any updates on the investigation, it'll have to wait.
Just wants tonight to be clean. I respect that.
So I'll ask it this way. Are we chasing ghosts, or are we actually getting close?
Brother Hunter, I'm past chasing ghosts. I have a name. But let's just say I'm confident enough to give Mr. Black the info he needs.
Well, that's really nice to hear.
Careful. Good depends on who the name belongs to.
I figured as much. But I won't ask too much about it. This info is for James to hear first, not me.
Here's the thing, Brother Dale. When something like this happens, it's never just one decision or one mistake. It's patterns, absences, people being exactly where they need to be or not where they need to be at all.
End of the night then. Right, Russ?
All right, you hear that? End of the night, guys. We're going to find out who hit James.
The contest is a hardcore matchup and is for the Extreme Television Championship.
Man, oh man. High stakes here, guys.
But you make the myth. Now hear the gospel of Armageddon Falls.
Silence, the shadow in the hall, a name they carved in dirt and down, just to watch me fall. They fed lies with silver tongues, left me broken, cold and small. But you can't kill the storm when you summon Armageddon Falls.
The man behind the mask, burnt by Will King, tonight seeks his revenge. And the man behind the flame. Will King has been dealing with all kinds of situations left and right, but has been properly dealing with them. I guess you can say that, but more prominently, his friendships of the past year Well, let's just say that Will King, I don't know if he can be a trusted man. First, you see him turn on Roscoe Wallace and MDX, the last remaining shreds of heel money of the monarchy. You see him choose the side of Townsend Enterprises, and yeah, he got gold out of the situation. But at what cost? At what cost is Will King gaining all of this gold and all of this fame and fortune? Because he has one of his best friends now turning the other cheek toward him, questioning his motive.
Introducing first, the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, ranked 237 pounds. He is the Armageddon, Josh Armstrong.
Ready for a fight tonight, guys.
From Newark, New Jersey, ranked 275 pounds, representing Townsend Enterprises. He is the XTV champion, Entity Will King.
Well, not too far from home here in MSG from New Jersey, but still not getting a whole heap of love here in MSG tonight. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that he burnt Josh Armstrong's face. Will King narrowly escaping tragedy over the past couple of episodes, avoiding almost being ran over by a monster truck driven by Josh Armstrong. Nicely done corkscrew European uppercut there. And you can see, guys, if you are new to the product or just watching along, we have the exclusive VIP fans at ringside who have, of course, signed a waiver, won their contests in order to earn the opportunity to be ringside for this matchup. You get involved, you get involved. That's what the whole signing of the contract's all about. But these two, we're going to tear it up here tonight. As you can see, no ring ropes, no rules, and this hardcore matchup in the XTV title on the line. This match has gotten so personal, guys, this rivalry between Josh Armstrong and Will King. And now here's a pinfall. The 1 count kick out only early off in the matchup. We have already seen two champions lose their titles here tonight. Will Will King be the third? This prestigious night here in 3-Dub. Officially kicking off the road to the big event 10 TBX, guys. Man, oh man. Michigan Stadium, as announced a couple of weeks ago. And look out. Will King with a high dive. And look out. Stop what you're doing. That is what Josh Armstrong just said to Will King. Stop, think, and make a good choice. Sound like my 4th grade teacher. That stop sign shot not stopping Will King too much here. He's coming back with a little bit more momentum, and there's another right hand from Josh. Now Josh, look out, man! Float over on Prettier, right into the pinfall. And is that going to be enough? As Steve doesn't even get to a 1 count. Little delayed count there. I still think Will King would have kicked out before 3, but nonetheless. Match continues, wrist lock elevated. And now down onto the thin matted concrete. Now Will King coming back with a big takedown. Here we go back on the inside. Well, at least Josh is, as Will King now under and up and in with a kendo stick. Josh Armstrong now from behind going for the sleeper hold, and Will King able to squirm out. He did not have it locked in. Did not start off with a good grip to begin with, but nonetheless, nicely done suplex there with the arm tucked behind the back, and Will King is definitely feeling every bit of that one. And now into the armbar, into the submission. And is that going to be enough here? Trying to get Will King to give up, and it's not going to happen. Will King, big right hands, releasing the hold for Armstrong. From Armstrong, and now big knee. Will be enough for Will King to pump the pinfall, and will it be enough for Will to retain? It's not. 2 count, close to 3. If you're watching along, guys, let me know who you think's walking out with this one. Will it be Josh Armstrong, or will it be Will King to retain? Don't forget, we got 2 big matches still coming tonight, guys. The 30-man Stampede Rumble coming up next, and then the main event 3-dub world title match between Hexen and Chris Connolly. But this match starting to heat up here again. I'm not sure if I'm not sure I'd sign up to be one of them featured fans. I'm sure it's a pretty cool experience, but I don't know. Especially an environment like this, as Josh Armstrong tries to put him out for good. Will it be? No, it won't. Man. Almost able to get the job done. It's going to take a lot more than that to defeat the entity of Townsend Enterprise. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me with another fireball. And oh no, Bobby Galileo. Bobby's not going to let it slide this time. And Will King has Janice.
It doesn't have to be like this.
And Will King's telling him,
it doesn't have to be like this.
it doesn't have to be like this. But you know he's lying, Bobby. He's lying, Bobby. No, bird spear from Bobby. Bobby Galileo just cut Will King in half. Oh, man. And it is perfectly legal. And Josh Armstrong gonna pick apart. No, he's not. No, he's not. Will King still has something. Will King. Oh, man. 2 count. Kick out from Josh. Man. Holding on to bare minimum. And now, Rain DDT. Rain. 1, 2. Will King. No. Josh Armstrong is holding on for dear life here. Oh, man. And a pinfall. 2. Kick out again. And Bobby Galileo sending his message to Will King, letting him know exactly how he feels about it. And a spear wasn't enough. And now, Will King, will he take the fall? No. Almost again for Josh Armstrong. And look, what is that? That's a 2x4. with nails sticking out of it. What in the hell? Josh Armstrong resorting to a massacre here. Oh, man. And back to the arm. Back to the arm. Armstrong looking to make him tap. And he does, but no tap outs. Pinfall only. That are the rules here. And this, and now, Josh Armstrong. Oh man, look out fans. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why do they sign up for this? Will King has been beaten to a bloody pulp. And he's still fighting Josh Armstrong here, who was burnt for the second time. And now another pinfall from Will and a quick kick out. Another delayed pinfall there for Steve Zeebs. And now an armbar from Will. Will King has an armbar of his own. Josh Armstrong knows everything about that. Knows how to counter. And quickly he does. Man, oh man. Once again trying to rip the arm out of the socket. And prepare for this. Ripping him. And he can't tap out again, guys. Oh, man. And here's the pinfall. And is this going to be enough for Josh? 1, 2, 3. He got him. Even with the delayed pinfall, the steel step shot was the final straw for Will King. And the downfall started when Bobby Galileo came down and cut Will King in half after Will King was pleading for Bobby to not do it. And Josh Armstrong survives another flamethrower, survives a reign, and survives a war with Will King. And that right there, massive shot, was the final deal. The 3 count. The new champion.
Extreme Television Champion, John Armstrong.
As we have 3 new champions here tonight. What a match for Josh Armstrong and what a comeback. Now, XTV champion. Wait a minute.
Television championship match would have gone according to plan had somebody decided not to make themselves look important.
And Bobby seems to have that problem, making himself feel important. He doesn't know what it takes to be important in this world.
No. That wasn't a matter of the right place or right time. It wasn't just chaos or interference. That was a message directed right to us.
Call whatever you want out there happened. It worked. This time.
We have to move carefully tonight. Hunter Deal already warned me. Any chaos in the Stampede match, and we all get disqualified.
We don't need it. The chaos, we never do. It's not our fault that people push us to that point. And tonight, we're taking what's ours.
Exactly. Stampede isn't about chaos. It's about pressure, numbers, opportunity for Townsend Enterprise.
People panic and fold so quick when things start breaking down.
And we don't. We let everyone else lose control.
Same results, cleaner hands.
And no one will stop us. Not Bob the Rookie, not Team Never Tapped It in their life, and definitely not John Wanna Be Awesome.
And we'll get the XTV title back, and all the rest follows. And I mean all the rest.
Oh man, Townsend definitely not happy about Bobby Galileo's involvement. But guys, it is time for the Stampede Rumble match, but we are still anticipating Russell Franchise. Guys, he has got a name for this hit and run investigation, and we're going to find out tonight at the end of the show. So be sure to stick around, and it'll be after that main event right there, the 3-Dub World title match between Hexen and Chris Connolly. But right now, 30 men enter, only one will survive. The following contest is the 30-man Stampede Rumble. Superstars who drew number 1 and number 2 will start out the match. In random time intervals, another superstar will enter into the matchup. Eliminations occur when a superstar is thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. All 30 superstars will enter until only one is left standing. And the winner will get the final Elimination Chamber spot at the big event 10 for the 3-Dub World Heavyweight Championship. All right, big stakes on the line. And we are kicking it off with the party here tonight.
The prodigy is here, there ain't no stopping me. I'm hopping every tier, this is the monarchy. The strongest of them all, if you step into the team, then all of them can fall to the one. It's Roscoe in the building. Drop, fold, everyone. It's Roscoe on the ceiling. I'm here to make the roof blow.
Oh man, what a feat that Roscoe Wallace has ahead of him tonight. There has never been a winner from the opening spot. Can Roscoe Wallace be the first one to do that? He's going to try to get this crowd hype here tonight. And will you get hype with Roscoe Wallace? Come on, let's do it. Yeah, there we go. Look at him. Blowing the roof off of MSG here tonight. Man, oh man. Everybody on their feet in anticipation for this matchup. What a way to start the match. Roscoe Wallace getting everybody hyped. And who is number 2? And the opponent who drew number 2 from the wasteland, weighing 275 pounds, Nick Knox. Oh, a new debut here in 3-Dub Wrestling. Nick Knox getting the unlucky draw of number 2, but he is going to be able to make himself a little moment here. See how he can fare against 29 other individuals. What a statement it would be to win this matchup and then go on to the Elimination Chamber, the main event of TBX, your first big event. This guy is a monster. What is it, 275, 6, almost 6'8". Jeez Louise. Roscoe didn't have it hard to start out. He does now. Look at the size of that man. Nick Knox making his debut here in the Stampede Rumble match and sliding under the rope. You've seen that, under the rope. All legal, and he's got a trash can here. What is this all about? Look out, Roscoe. Knows a little bit about extreme wrestling. Held that XTV title, and look out, Roscoe! Hey, what a move. Oh, what a way to start this matchup. Venturing to the outside. Remnants of that XTV title matchup we just seen moments ago. We're back in the ring, and it's Roscoe. Now look out. The basement Hurricanrana DDT style maneuver. This is a good test of athleticism versus strength, but Roscoe pulling down deep now. Must have been hitting them weights, getting a little gains there for Roscoe Wallace. 275 is no easy task to get up and over. And Nick Knox getting a little taste of 3-dub wrestling here. And now look out now, face planting. But you don't want him down on the mat, and that is what Roscoe's doing. You want to get him up to the ropes and up and over the ropes. That's not going to be easy in itself. Look out. Nick Knox, he's a stout man, it looks like. Oh, man. Nicely done sidewalk slam as we get entrant number 3. All right, War and Peace. One half of the Brother in Arms tag team. Look out, Alabama Slammer. One Piece coming in here all hyped up. Definitely a change of the leaf for War and Peace over the past couple of weeks. Aligning himself with Devil Dog instead of going against him as he was there for a while. Guess you could say War and Peace kind of coming to his senses a little bit, and look out. These early spots, guys, in this Rumble. Tough spots to be in, but still nonetheless. It is not out of the question. All you got to do is be aware of your surroundings, and that was overshot by Roscoe Wallace, a mid-rail coffin drop. Now here is War and Peace trying to get the first elimination here on Roscoe Wallace. Is he going to be able to do it? Almost got him as Nick Knox looks on. Not going to help and not going to save, but right back to an attack from the big man. And now Nick Knox going to give it a shot here with Roscoe. Is not going to get a chance to. And it's Peace with the lockup. And Peace with the neck breaker. Another missed springboard attempt there from Roscoe. And connected there by War and Peace. Single leg drop kick taken down the big man. And now Roscoe. The knee breaker. We're going to await number 4 now. And that will be Travell Daniel. Another tag team guy here entering the fray. A little bit of action last week. Wasn't very happy about the loss. I can't say that it was a clean loss. Kind of got knocked out. Big opportunity here, though. A big knee from Knox. And now Roscoe eliminated. The first gone. The first enter. And the first to go is Roscoe Wallace. Like I said, man, it is tough to be in these first few spots. Especially with the hype and momentum carrying into this match. No, it's odd to say, but the longer you go on and the longer you have to wait backstage, the more and more of that momentum dissipates. So it does make the final spots, even though you have the advantage, it does make it tough, mentally tough, to be in those positions as well. The sweet spot really is heavy medium. Somewhere around the early 20s I would suggest is the sweet spot. Here's Knox now with War and Peace dropping him on the turnbuckle, and that might have busted him open. Nick Knox showing a little bit of a fierce competitor here. No holdbacks right away. Going after that trash can to start the matchup. It's not a hardcore match, although there aren't really any rules when it comes to stuff like that. No disqualifications. And number 5, Jay Monster. Superstars featured mainly on the house shows, getting an opportunity here tonight at New Year Bash, a way to kick off the new year for someone like Jay Monster. And there's Nick Knox hanging over, and Monster taking advantage. Jay eliminating Nick Knox. What a debut there for Knox, and now Monster eliminated right away by War and Peace. And what a show of strength by Peace that was. Military press all the way down to the thin-matted concrete. And that was not too much time there for Jay Monster, but he did get an elimination. Now it is down to currently 2 superstars. And remember, these are random time intervals. Up to 2 minutes. Could be 2 minutes. Could be 30 seconds. Could be a minute and 15 seconds. You just don't know. Nicely done maneuver for Travell Daniel. A rookie this season. Hasn't been in very many main roster matches, but the matches he has been in, I have to say, he looks pretty good. He's definitely a phenomenal athlete. Definitely got a good head on his shoulders and knows this business very well. War and Peace, on the contrary, also knows the business very well and also knows how to play the game. Entry number 6 awaiting, and it is Drew Tanner. As War and Peace dumped out. Travell Daniel with an elimination just as Drew Tanner was entering, and you know Drew Tanner would have tried to save War and Peace there. They definitely have a past friendship, them two. And now that War and Peace has come back to the good side, you can say, Drew Tanner definitely would have saved him, was just a second too late. And now, shoulder breaker to Travell Daniel. Drew Tanner stepping up, of course, for Team Tap Out. TJ Renegade went rogue. Okay, not rogue. He didn't leave the faction or anything, but he decided to go singles, which ended up benefiting him. Now the global champion, and will be in this Rumble tonight. Drew Tanner, of course, stepped up and won the tag team titles with Jacob Fowler, but would turn around to lose them to Townsend Enterprises, the winners of the tag team tournaments. Now fighting for this big opportunity, guys. It was announced. The winner will go into an elimination chamber at the Big Event 10. James Black making that announcement on the last episode of Blackout, stating that TB10 is a huge, monumental landmark, and they need a main event to match that aura, and that's what they're going to get with the Elimination Chamber. Of course, the winner of this match will be the first to enter that chamber, but will be the last to enter during the matchup, giving him the ultimate advantage. And now, oh, look at this now. Evo the super fan. Man, I had a great time with him at Gold Rush. And look at this. What an opportunity for this young man. Lifelong wrestling fan. You know, this is all he has ever wanted, was to be involved in a match like this. And look at Evo. I might pick Evo to win it. I know it's a long shot. Look at that. With the Adidas breakaways, he is ready to go. Springboard moonsault. Big knee right there. Evo, the super fan, is in the Rumble. He's not stepping down neither. Look out. It looks like Evo. Oh, man, just like that. Dumped outside by Drew Tanner. Evo. Oh, good try there. He definitely put out effort. Looked like he'd been training a little bit, did it not? Oh, and look at this now. Tanner with back-to-back eliminations. Out goes Evo, and out goes Travell. And Drew Tanner standing all alone until now. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Bobby Galileo. The Seattle Seahawks Hall of Famer. Now turned wrestler. Will King's former best friend. I can say that with confidence after what happened earlier tonight with Galileo spearing Will King in half. Although that didn't directly lead to Will King losing the matchup, you can definitely say that that spear played a part in Will King losing the XTV title. What a phenomenal athlete Bobby Galileo is. See what he can do in this kind of environment. Oh, man, nicely done. Nicely done super suplex by the technically driven Drew Tanner. And you can see it right there, a cradled suplex. Just to perfection. You remember back in the dojo training segments, Drew Tanner, man, he is all about execution. Proper execution and technicality in the ring. Old school mentality Drew Tanner has. But Bobby Galileo has this new school mentality. Oh, man. Look at the strikes. And Galileo showing off that athleticism again with a springboard. One-legged drop kick taking down Tanner. Here's Galileo now with Tanner. As Mills Milligan makes an appearance, and there goes Tanner. And elimination #1 for Bobby Galileo. Mills Milligan, another house show. Superstars had a couple of matches here in 3-Dub, relatively new. Get a big opportunity here at #9. Bottom rope springboard, catching some of that moonsault. Able to get a victory on the last house show matchup that he had. See what he can do here in the Rumble. And Bobby Galileo is a big competitor to be dealing with in this moment, one-on-one situation. Nicely done. Insiguri, though, from Milligan. Uh-oh. Look at that strength. Picking up Big Bobby. And now, oh man, I thought he was going to powerbomb him to the outside, and maybe not enough strength there. Is able to settle with the top rope guillotine and slow down the big man just a little bit. Look at this now. Bobby's slow to get back to his feet, but still fighting 3M. Oh man, and a big boot! A big boot sends 3M flying over the top rope, and Bobby Galileo now with a couple of eliminations and awaiting number 10 is the global champion. TJ Renegade of Team Tap Out ducking out of the way and catching a big knee to Big G. Drop toe takedown and a lariat. Takes down TJ Renegade, and the size disadvantage here is very apparent, but that will never slow down TJ Renegade. Look out. Ooh. Definitely knows how to cut a man down to size, and now using his environment. Nicely done, able to land on his feet. Now scooping up the big guy, and what's he got? A shoulder man. It's good game planning, especially for bigger guys, using that strength, wearing down those shoulders and that upper body to prevent them from just hurling you out of the ring. Oh, don't dance too quickly, Bobby G. Hurricanrana, TJ Renegade now could be looking to take out big Bobby G. Can he do it on his own? That's the question. High risk maneuver here. Judo kick. Good old sound. Give it to me now. Face strikes from TJ. Taking it to Bobby here, guys. Couple of big elbows. Tree trunk-like elbows. And an Irish whip, and here is TJ! Wow! What a freaking Superman punch! My goodness! He just punched straight through his face! Good Lord! And a big knee, and Bobby Galileo with the global champion, and he is eliminated! And here comes the national champion! Lars Morrison and Bobby G went one-on-one at Blackout a couple of weeks ago, and now look at this! The Grand Mauler. Fantastic overhead belly-to-belly suplex, and now looks to take it to Bobby G. Man, what a way for the stars to align here in this moment. After 3 big eliminations for Bobby G, it is now the man that beat him at Blackout and eliminated him right now. Lars Morrison eliminated Bobby G. Man. And now here comes MDX. Oh man. Big Bobby G was on course here to have a fantastic run in this Rumble, and Lars Morrison once again ruins the day for Big Bobby G. And now Lars Morrison and Mad Dog X, 2 fresh competitors, as we approach the halfway mark in this Stampede Rumble. Man, the hybrid athlete MDX showing off the talent again. Now scooped up Lars Morrison, the Grand Mauler. Or my favorite, the Red Bearded Bear. That's what I call it. That's what I call it. I'm not gonna stop calling him that. You want to be called the Mauler. I don't want to call you the Mauler. I'm just kidding. Sometimes I do. Nicely done maneuver. MDX, man, he is a walking highlight reel. Every time this man steps in the ring, he just somehow seems to impress me. And I just shouldn't be impressed anymore because I should expect it because it happens every time. Big right hand from Lars. As I mentioned again, guys. Oh, man. What a power slam. But this is random time intervals up to 2 minutes. We've seen MDX come out rather quickly after Lars. It has been... Now there it is, 10 seconds left as we await the next entrant. Number 13 is going to be Justin Perrault, representing Los Salvadores. Another faction that's been causing some issues here the past couple of shows, and now working alongside Townsend Enterprises, and that is never a good sign. But we know there's no alliances here in the Rumble. And that'll be interesting once we start seeing more Townsend guys and Los Salvadores guys enter this matchup. As now Lars Morrison and Justin Perrault, the muscle of Los Salvadores. Now I'm going to take you back to Gold Rush, where these two would get... Not these two, but Los Salvadores, those three individuals, Jimmy, Yaroon, and Justin, would attack the Resistance brothers, Martrix and Dargus, as they were having their matchup, and would send a message to the entire roster. They would also attack War and Peace and Devil Dog backstage on Blackout a couple episodes ago. Just no telling what Los Salvadores could be up to these days. And now here's Lars trying to get Justin up and over. Oh, Justin barely hanging on here. And Lars gonna try to push him off the apron. Not gonna happen as Justin saves his ass. And now launched in a nice look at. Oh, and caught by Justin and slammed down. Man. You don't want to sleep on Justin Perrault. A longtime veteran here in 3-Dub. He's highly decorated. Definitely got a lot of championships under his belt. He knows what he's doing inside that ring. And look who's coming. Number 14, Chris Harris. And no, what's this all about? What was that all about? Every man for himself. That is what Lars Morrison's thinking. Or maybe he's thinking something totally different. I have no idea. Massive belly-to-belly from Chris Harris as soon as he entered into the matchup. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe Lars apologizing here. And now they both have turned their attention to Justin. And not good times for Mr. Perrault here. And they better watch what they're doing. Hunter Deal already said that if they cause any chaos, and that just doesn't go for Townsend Enterprises, that's anybody in this matchup, any faction that wants to cause chaos will be disqualified, all members. So Townsend has to watch what they're doing here. Although this is all within the confines of this matchup, nothing out of the ordinary yet is Justin able to squirm through, but there is the Morrison. Right back on the attack, and it is definitely a 2-on-1 situation here. And no, man, Justin going for the ride. Yeah, that's about what I'm thinking at this point. Look at these two just soaking it in too. And now maybe we get a little bit of relief for Justin Perrault. Justin still trying to fight back here, and oh boy. Oh boy, things just changed here in this matchup. The monster Eddie Walker and Lars Morrison has hightailed it, and so is Justin, and Chris Harris is left with the monster. And Eddie Walker. Oh, and Chris is out of there. Chris Harris is out of there in the room. The ring has cleared to Eddie Walker here. What's Chris doing over there? Here comes Lars. Lars trying to attack Eddie from behind and block. And the big Eddie Walker throwing hands. And now Justin involved here. Justin and now... Oh, and now Lars turns his attention to Justin. Oh, man. Big right hands from Eddie Walker. Off the ropes. Oh, my goodness gracious. And here comes your room as there goes the national champ. Lars Morrison just eliminated by Eddie Walker. And now it's 2 members of Los Salvadores with the monster Eddie Walker. What a not good situation. And first it was Townsend Enterprises with the advantage on Justin. And now it's Los Salvadores with the upper hand. And there goes Eddie Walker. How about that? And this is going to get interesting right here. Now 2 members of Los Salvadores in the ring awaiting the next entrant. This is going to get interesting. And who do we got here? Jacob Fowler. One of the tag team members from Team Tap Out. And look at this, guys. Jeroen and Justin have left the ring. They're attacking Fowler on the entrance ramp. Didn't even let him get to the ring, guys. Oh, man. And now Fowler turning it around. Look at this now. Jacob Fowler getting attacked on the entrance ramp. Hasn't even made it into the ring yet. Oh, man. Damn, son. Right on the concrete, on the exposed concrete. Oh, man. And now Jeroen under the ring. What was that? That looked like somebody's damn leg. Wait a minute, where's Chris Harris? Wait a damn minute. Hold on. Oh, man, and Jeroen just got smacked with that chair from Justin. And the chaos ensues out here as we get our 18th entrant, Jimmy Shadow. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. All 3 members of Los Salvadores. Oh, man. Taking out Fowler. And now with the damn steel chairs. Oh, this is just not good. Where is Hunter? This is getting out of hand, man. This is not within the realms of this matchup. You're gonna disqualify Townsend. You need to disqualify these men right now. Oh no, man. Oh man. There we go. Come on, Hunter. Get these guys out of here. This is BS. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That rule should apply to everybody involved. And that is exactly what just happened. I'm being told right now that Los Salvadores is being escorted out of the arena. Good. Good. And look at this Devil Dog. The 19th entrant helping Jacob Fowler back to the ring where he hasn't even been yet, guys. This is the second entrant since Jacob Fowler, and he is yet to be in the ring until right now. And look at that, a good show of sportsmanship from Devil Dog. And now we oh, wait a minute! Come on! I did not see that coming! Jacob Fowler just clubbed. Oh no, wait! Reversed! Fowler eliminated! Jacob Fowler just struck Devil Dog from behind. And then tried to eliminate him, but Devil Dog, the old wily vet that he is, knew how to turn it around in the grasp of the moment. And did just that and eliminated Jacob Fowler. Oh man! Oh man! Look at this! Forged in pain! All right hands from Cruz! Followed up by Devil Dog, and now these two, former Forged in Pain members, squaring off here in the Rumble. Oh yeah! Former two-time king, the main event icon, number 21. What a trio in the ring right now. And Devil Dog going straight to Twan Montana. Guys, there are only 9 entrants left. Number 22 is coming out in 5 seconds. Oh, man. Oh, buddy. The Dragon, Durgas. The former 3-Dub World Champion. And now, are they gonna eliminate Devil Dog here? No, Double D hangs on for now. Oh, and look out. Oh, and look at this TB9 rematch. Durgas and Twan Montana. And guys, these entrants are coming out quick now. Oh, man. Oh, yeah! Martrix on his way! Talk about back-to-back entrances! Martrix and Durgas. Durgas almost getting eliminated by Twan. Devil Dog gone! Speared off the apron by Twan. Man, what an elimination for Twan Montana. And here's Martrix. And Devil Dog, man, oh man. And here comes John Awesome. All right now. Oh, and he's got Harris. That was Harris under the ring. Chris Harris trying to hide out under the damn ring. John Awesome exposing Chris Harris. Oh, man! And now unloading on Harris right now. And there goes Darvis. Twan Montana with a big elimination. And down goes Harris at the hands of John Awesome. Man, John is targeting Chris Harris. Man, this ring is filling up now. Oh, man, there goes. There goes John Awesome. Well, I guess he had a mission here tonight, and that was to expose Chris Harris for trying to hide out under the ring here. If I think anything, that is good enough for John Awesome to make sure that Chris Harris doesn't make it to the end. That's the best he can do. That's everything he can do within his realm Man, that is just unfortunate that... Wait a minute, I thought Devil Dog was eliminated. How did he get back in this match? And how did he eliminate John Awesome? I don't know, somebody... Oh, there goes Martrix! Chris Harris with an elimination. I guess Devil Dog... I'm being told that Devil Dog's feet, both of his feet didn't touch the ground. That is why he is still in this matchup. Joe Rivers at number 25. We got 5 superstars in the ring and 5 more left to enter. Oh, Chris Harris could be in trouble here. No, right hand saves him from being eliminated. Oh, now look out, man. What a maneuver. Number 26, the ultimate opportunist, and what a position to be entering the Stampede Rumble here at number 26. And all of these guys, with the exception of maybe Joe Rivers, have already been through a lot in this matchup. Oh, and there goes Devil Dog, 2 feet down that time. Prompt another entrant, number 27, looking to make his way, the luckiest number in Rumble match history, and it will go to one of the tag team champions, the Hall of Famer, Caleb Stone. Stone has been involved in every single Rumble in 3Dub history. What an opportunity at number 27 here tonight. 2 Townsend Enterprises members in the ring. Los Salvadores, all 3 members disqualified. Man, what a match, what a night it's been. Oh no, come on! Back to back? Townsend Enterprise guys? Now there's 3 Townsend guys in the mix here. That's what I think. Yeah, you hear that group of, you hear them fans over there? That's exactly what I was thinking. I smell manipulation there. 2 guys back to back, 27 and 28, come on. All right, here comes Adams, the British Badass. Fantastic landing here at number 29. This ring, guys, filled with superstars here, big name superstars. Only 1 more left to enter, and if you have been doing your Rumble math, you may already know who is left to enter into this matchup, and I got a good idea. And he may be my pick. It's hard to work in an environment like this, guys. Inside that 20 by 20 squared circle. Seven individuals and a gorilla cruise eliminated. Chris Harris with another elimination and missing a massive splash on Joe Rivers. Good Lord. High-risk maneuvers are just that in this kind of matchup. High risk. And man, did you just see Twan take out both Stone and Hagen? Good Lord. A lot of big names, like I said, in this matchup. Chris Harris has won this event before and went on to win the 3Dub World title at the Big Event 5 against Corey Heck. Lance Hagen has won this matchup before. And here comes our final entrant And yes, it is Jaden Walker. Joe Rivers just got eliminated. By Hagen, I think. That's going to deepen the cut between Joe Rivers and Townsend. Jaden Walker, number 30, the luckiest man in this matchup. Now it is down to 7 individuals, guys. One of these men will advance to the Elimination Chamber as the final entrant. And the biggest and best opportunity for the 3-Dub World Heavyweight Championship in the main event of the Big Event X, the biggest event of all time. All of these superstars vying for that position, all could be named worthy of that position. And Sanders in trouble. Stearns eliminated. Sanders eliminated. Just like that, we're down to 5. 5 left. Hagen and Twan trying to get Scott Adams out, and now we are down to 4. Twan Montana, Jaden Walker, 2 members of Townsend Enterprises, the 2 members who have won this matchup before, Chris Harris and Lance Hagen. And look at Jaden. Jaden's my pick, guys. Jaden is my pick. Man, this has come to something here. What a Final 4 in this matchup. Friendly fire. It looked like that wasn't on purpose. And Jaden Walker with 300-pound Hagen. Man, oh man. Jaden Walker, the superhuman, eliminates Harris. Hell yeah. Oh man, and Hagen does not like it. Hagen is pissed off. So is Harris. Yeah, buddy. This crowd here in New York City loves to see Chris Harris go. And now Hagen gonna try to clean up and try to survive here for Townsend Enterprises. Look at Jaden now. Jaden trying to take Hagen out. Oh, there goes Hagen. Oh no. Man, the athleticism of big Lance Hagen. Right hands by Jaden Walker. And now Twan in the mix. And now Twan's gonna try to get the big man out. And Jaden's gonna try to help him. Hagen, can he hang on here? Oh man. And Hagen powers back in. Oh man. What is it gonna take to get the big man out? 300 plus pounds. It's almost 7 foot tall. Oh no. And now, oof. Jaden saving himself here. Jaden with a spear. Jaden spears Twan. And right back to Hagen. And Hagen showing off that strength. Good Lord. I hope Hagen does not win this matchup. It is going to be tough to get him out though. Right hands from Twan. Firing off. Teeing off on the big man. And now it's Jaden. Now it's Jaden. And what? Twan's not helping. Jaden did it. Jaden got him over. Jaden Walker eliminated Hagen. Oh man. We are down to Hagen. We are down to Twan Montana and Jaden Walker. Oh no! An old man spear. Jaden able to counter that and back in the ring right into some held on lariats. I don't even know how else. Man, this has got me amped up right now. Big German suplex. Twan Montana taking it to Jaden Walker here, who just had superhuman feat of strength and eliminated Hagen all by himself. Twan driving the elbow. Driving the elbow into Jaden Walker. And Jaden may have used all of his resources on eliminating Hagen. We go up and over Twan. Cutting it down and Twan able to avoid a big attack here. Like I said, Jaden, I'm not sure he has much left in the tank. And we've seen this back at Gold Rush, guys. When he passed out, giving the submission hold, he gave everything he had. Oh, Jaden. Man, who do you guys got in this? Who do you got? Will it be Jaden or will it be Twan? Oh, man. I think this crowd is talking to both of these superstars because they both deserve it. They have both fought and scratched and clawed to be in a position like this. And now, the main event of TBX hangs in the balance. Twan setting him up. Can Twan get it here? Twan oh, there he goes! Twan wins! Twan wins the Rumble! Oh, man! And Twan is going to the big event, in the main event, in the Elimination Chamber. Holy hell, guys! What a matchup! What a Final Four! What a last two standing! And what a win for Twan Montana, the Icon Emperor, the main event icon, one of one, whatever you want to call him.
Season 10 Stampede.
That's right, that's what he is tonight.
Montana.
What a massive win for Twan Montana. And the Elimination Chamber is officially underway, and we are on the road to the big event 10.
Here, try this.
Oh, that's good. Instant chill.
Told you.
Feels like it was made for moments exactly like this.
Because it was.
The franchise's ice packs. Cold, fast, and reliable for athletes who get their asses handed to them.
When your performance is in question, awesome is the answer. The Sentinel, forged for heavy metal. Unleash your power. Custom electric guitars. The Sentinel, awesome is the answer.
You know the look. The smile that stops a room. The eyes that hold attention. The presence that can't be taught. You can't be handsome, but you can smell like it. Handsome by Chris Harris. You can't be handsome, but at least you can smell good.
What a night, guys. What a matchup. And congratulations to Twan Montana, your 2026 Stampede Rumble winner. And he gets a first-class ticket to the big event 10 main event. Good Lord, guys. What a night it has been. And it is time for one more. The main event comes up next. Can Chris Connolly beat Hexen? We'll find out right now. But before we get there, guys, please hit that like button and subscribe to 3Dub Wrestling. Hit that notifications bell for all of your premier EFED entertainment.
Scheduled for one fall and is the main event for the Freedom World Heavyweight Championship.
That's right, let's go, guys! Officially entering this matchup without any one-on-one losses. In my book, still undefeated. 101-1. Gotta consider that last matchup at Gold Rush a tie. You consider that he did not win the match, did not walk out with the title, but he also did not lose the title, as that match was turned into a triple threat. When Chris Connolly cashed in the guaranteed money briefcase to pin Chris Harris and become the new 3-dub World Heavyweight Champion. But that was not by putting this man down right here. And that is the big question tonight, guys. Can Chris Connolly do what no other man has ever been able to do and pin or submit Hexen? Definitely going to be a huge task to do. But if there is one man who can do it, it very well may be the Extreme Chris Connolly. Now two-time world champion here in 3-dub. Former tag team champion here in 3-dub. Former highest honor MVP of Season 8. And now tonight, walks into what could be the path, the conduit, to the big event 10. Could he be the one entering into that chamber and defending that title right there? Alright guys, hit that like button. Share this video, help 3-dub as much as you can, and tell me who you got in this matchup.
Introducing first, the challenger, from parts unknown, weighing 315 pounds, Hexen!
Can he continue to be unbeaten?
From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 265 pounds. He is the 3-dub World Heavyweight Champion, the Extreme Chris Connolly.
Can he be the one to do the beating? Can he be the one, the first loss for Hexen? I don't know, guys. We have seen the monster Hexen do some unthinkable things. He is just an unstoppable force in this world. Now look at this. The collar and elbow tie-up, a test of strength, and it's Hexen that comes out on top. And right back at him with a double axe and a massive right hand, and continuing the onslaught as it is Hexen with the upper hand in the beginning parts of this matchup. Look out. What is Hexen? Oh, look out. We've seen that before. The big springboard splash, unable to connect on Connolly. And look at that, my God. The claw slam into the pinfall. Only getting a 1 count. Oh, wait a minute. We seen that Hexen fan on Blackout What's he doing following around Hexen? Now it's Connolly here. Oh, look out. Now it's Hexen here. The big man. We've seen this kind of attack from Hexen on Harris. Think back to that Coachella match. Man, it was all Hexen in that match. Could this be a repeat of that? Chris Connolly has gone on and on about how he is not Harris. He is not Townsend. Oh, man, from the highest level you can get here. Dropped on that turnbuckle and now choked in the corner. Steve Zeeb's going to give a count of 4 before Hexen breaks the hold, and now into another quick pinfall here. And it's 1, 2. No, only getting 1. Irish whip off the rope and man, right into the grasp of Hexen. And hey, now look out! Chris Connolly gonna try to turn things around here for his favor. Gotta reach down deep and grab that extreme attitude that he has. Bring it to the table right here. This right now, this matchup, more than ever calls for that Chris Connolly attitude. A lot of people are witnessing this matchup. A lot of people want to see if this man can be beaten, and it's a pinfall here. 2 count. Impressive 101 wins. Oh, look out now! Connolly, springboard DDT planting the big man. And now it's Connolly climbing to the top turnbuckle, and what's he got here? Missing with the splash. Hexen able to keep his quickness here. Rolling out of the way, and now has Connolly back in his grasp, and Steve Zeeb's getting in the way right there, not in a good position for the referee here. Oh, man. And now it's Hexen to the top, looking for a senton. And it's Connolly to roll out of the way as Hexen out of the ring, back in, back out. Ooh, clubbing blow from Chris Connolly. I have to say, even with the hot start from Hexen, Connolly is staying in the game here, and you can see he's busted open as well. And Connolly over the top and missing again. Falling hard on that thin-matted concrete. Oh, man. Inches away from the barricade there. Another hard fall on the thin-matted concrete, and now it's Hexen to try to take advantage of this downed Chris Connolly. And if Hexen could get the win here tonight, guys, man, if he is able to carry that title into the chamber, I'm not sure. I don't know if there's anybody. If Chris Connolly can't do it here tonight, I'm not sure there's anybody that can put this man down. Massive power slam into the pinfall, and a 2 count is all he's going to get from Chris Connolly. Connolly back up to his feet quickly with a DDT. Man, using the athleticism and the ring awareness to come right back firing on Hexen. Oh, look at this. No, with a bell clap, and Hexen. A couple of big shots to the head for Chris Connolly. About ripped the nose off his face. Now he's going to squish his skull. Man. Good night. That is not where I want to be. In a ring with Hexen and another pinfall. Could we have a new champ? No, not yet. Not yet, I said. Still the unbeaten streak is on the line. Clubbing blow from Hexen. You can see him starting to slow down a little bit, though. Oh, and he's got him, though, for the Death Clock Driver. Death Clock Driver. And he ain't done. Connolly somehow able to get back to his feet. Oh, man. And that's got to be it, guys. A new champ has arisen. And no, he kicked out. No, he kicked out. Chris Connolly able to survive here, but he is leaking all over the mat. Did Steve say that was a 1 count? No way, that was a 1 count. These two now back and forth. Hexen. Good God, look how much bigger he is than Connolly. And Connolly is no small man by any means. Oh my goodness. Connolly backing out of the way, but these massive blows. And now look at this. Got him in the bear hug. Squeezing the life out of Chris Connolly. Look at him just throwing him around like a rag doll. Connolly is every bit of 260 pounds. Every bit of it. Oh, man. Another springboard DDT from Connolly. Staying in the game here, and he is just pouring blood all over the place. Kick to the mid. Oh, boy. Here we go. Connolly. Pop up cutter. X marks the spot. And Connolly unable to get the cover here because of the feet of Hexen under the ropes. Gotta be aware of where you're at, but man, he was barely able to even get to that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, man. The mind games from Hexen. Just like that turns this match around. Connolly is in bad shape right now. Look at the blood all over this man. And now Connolly back to his feet and oh man, what a spear. I don't know how much more Connolly can take from Hexen here. He is putting up a fight. One of the hardest fights he's had in his entire life as oh man. Booked out of the damn ring and Hexen misses. Connolly rolls out of the way. Oh man, into the steel steps. And Connolly, I don't know how he's doing it right now. Connolly has taken a beating from this man, and he is still driving this car. Good Lord, how much blood has Connolly lost? It is all over here. Look at the ring. Look at ringside. Hexen is fighting for this unbeaten streak like he has never fought before. Nobody has taken it this far with Hexen. Connolly is taking it there. Oh man. Those size 24 boots. That's just a guess, guys. It could be bigger. Now Hexen in firm control again, it seems. No countouts in 3-dub world title matches. And that just makes the brutality that much more. Look at that pool of blood that he is laying in. My God, man. Steve Zeebs might want to get in there and check on Connolly. Come on, Hexen now climbing to the top. Hexen! Oh, man! Oh, man! What a cannonball! And look at this. Look at this fan. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where is security? Where is security? This man just got into the inch. He's coming down to the ring, guys. This Hexen fan is coming to the ring. Oh, man. He just speared Hexen. Oh, my God. Who the hell is that? Who the hell? I thought it was a Hexen fan, but he just speared the life out of Hexen. My goodness! Pop-up bomb! And now Connolly is gonna retain. No, he's not. Hexen kicked out from a spear and a pop-up power bomb. Oh my good God, who was that? And now Connolly X marks the spot, middle of the ring. Connolly's got the leg. 2, oh man, Connolly retains the title and beats Hexen. Oh man, I did not think I would see the day. Connolly on his back, taking the 1, 2, 3. And who the hell was that fan? Who was that masked man that just speared Hexen out of his boots? Oh man, what a matchup! Right there, I thought that was it right there, the death clock driver. And then the choke slam, long blower. And Connolly was able to survive that. And then Hexen took a massive spear from whoever that guy was. A pop-up powerbomb and an X marks the spot. 3 massive moves it took to take out Hexen, who has finally been beaten.
Here is your winner, and still Freedom World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Connolly.
Oh man, what a night, what a matchup. All right, here we go. We're gonna find out who hit James. Man, what a night this is.
That's why this place exists. Chris Connolly proved why he's still on top. Although we gotta figure out who that Hexen fan is, or not a Hexen fan, I don't know. That was crazy. All right, the fan moment's over. Let's get down to business, Russ. So you told Hunter you have a name.
I did.
Where are we in all of this?
But I've been doing this for a long time, James. The worst mistakes I've ever made in my career were the ones I rushed. I was confident earlier, still am, but something showed up tonight. Or maybe something didn't show up at all. And now, I just need to be sure.
So you're telling me there is a name?
There's absolutely a name. I just need to be sure. I know. It's very charlatan of me.
You said it, not me. Brother, take all the time you need. I meant what I said earlier. I appreciate your help with all of this.
I just want justice to prevail, Mr. Black. Hunter is one of my very best friends. I respect the hell out of you, James. You two have earned the right to run things around here. I won't let anyone take that away from you unjustifiably.
Just make sure the next time you come to me, you're certain. Have a good night, brother.
Yeah, you too.
Oh man, I guess we're not getting a name here tonight.
Funny thing about certainty, it never comes easy.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't know. I guess we'll find out in due time, guys. But thanks for watching New Year Bash. I am Dewey Danielson. Man, what a night. Signing out. You guys have yourself a great night. We'll see you in a couple weeks on Blackout.